Let's try this again, this time via phone. Apologies for the format. Oh, I can still see some questions over there because I haven't closed out. I stopped the live on StreamYard, but I didn't close out of the questions, so I can still see them. Let's see if people can make it over. All right. Hello, hello, Michael. Thank you for making it. Hi, Sharon. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for making it over, guys. Hello, Brittany. Hi, Racine. Hi, love. Oh, it's so great to see you guys. Hi, Fran. Thanks for making it over. Yeah, I was trying so hard to make it work. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with the punches. And then after I was getting to the, I cannot finish a sentence. Like, it's not letting me finish a sentence. I was like, okay, I'm over it. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw something on my phone. No cracking out. Yeah, right? Hi, Linda. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Ava. Ava's mom. Hello, hello. Oh, my first time on a live. Sweet, welcome. Oh, hi, Jabeen Kitchen. Jabeen Chicken. That sounds awesome. I need to learn more about that. It's still cracking? I don't know. I don't know. Now, because now I'm on my phone, which hopefully it's a lot better. You're staying with us. Yes. Yay, Mary, I'm glad you made it back in. Hi, Nessa. Welcome. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for making it in. I'm hoping my phone is a lot better because that was just nuts. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start session number 2 right now. There we go. Got that going right there in the background. Sweet. And I can hear you fine. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you so much for the feedback, guys. All right. And I was able to keep StreamYard up. I mean, obviously the live part just wasn't working, but I can see everybody's questions and I can see everybody's, all the stuff. And I was worried about that. I was like, I haven't even got a chance to look at everyone's question yet. So let me go ahead and dive into those questions real quick so that way I can like get those answered for you and not get off on so many tangents, which is so easy for me to do. We got 19 minutes of session number 2. Go ahead and pick up your second project, start your second project, and let's go. Right. First question I see is from Sharon. Sharon says, I wrote a question at the beginning of the comments, if you could please. Yes, let me go grab that. Oh no. I don't see it. It's literally gone. Sharon, if you could pretty please re-ask your question. I want to make sure I get to it. And then, Mary, tenacious Tiff. It's so true. I was just telling somebody the other day that, like, that's one thing. I don't give up. I'm extremely tenacious. Especially when it's something I'm passionate about. I'm like, nothing's going to stop me. Nothing. Yes, Michael, designing is so much fun. See, I'm going through the chat. You're like, I said that forever ago. I love designing. All right, Brittany, you said, guess what? And now I'm curious. Let's see if you say anything else in here, like letting on. Brittany says, so I have a question. I am thinking of making a YouTube channel and I want to know how to get followers. Honestly, it's really, you just hop on, you make really good videos with purpose and people find you. But what will happen, YouTube is a search engine. So view YouTube as the best way to get people to find you is to use YouTube as a search engine and think, okay, somebody just entered in the search a question. what is a question that I could answer, or what am I talking about that pertains to something that somebody would want to know about. And then when you make your video and you upload it, you can add tags to it. And tags are just keywords that somebody might be searching for in the search bar that pertain to what you're talking about in your video. And so if anybody else goes to the search and they're like, blankets for beginners, you know, looking for a crochet blanket video tutorial or something, and you make a video, then you want to make sure some of your tags in your video would be like crochet for beginners or crochet blankets. So that way, whenever somebody searches for something, your video ends up being on the list that they can look through. And that's the best way to get found, is using your videos as searchable content. You're answering something that somebody might be searching for. And then being consistent. The more consistent you are, like pick a day and make sure you have something new every week on that day. And it's a slow process, but if you keep at it, people find you, and people find you, and people find you, and then, you know, it starts to just kind of grow, and the ball starts to roll. But that's cool that you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. And here's the thing, Brittany, Amelia, when it comes to starting a YouTube channel, I've also seen a lot of people that realize how much work it is, and then they decide it's not worth it, or they're out. And if you get to the point where you start it and it's really fun in the beginning, and then it starts to be not so much fun, there's no shame in deciding, you know what, this might not be for me, and then just go ahead and, you know, you don't have to cancel your channel. You can leave your channel alone, and people find your videos that you've posted, but you don't have to post anymore. You don't have to operate it anymore. Just don't ever let it feel like if it ever gets to the point where it's not fun anymore and you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, then stop. You don't have to keep going. I actually know 2 people in particular that started channels, and they had great reason behind them, and it was a lot of fun for them, and then they just decided it was too much, and they stepped away. And I was like, you know, that's good. Know yourself, and there's no shame in that. And then Fran says, I haven't been able to view the channel. It is Zoom only, or can I still view on the wall? Great question, Fran. So over in the Crochet Club, it doesn't have the ability to just, we haven't been able to figure out how to make the live show up on the website like it did in our last membership. In order to actually view it, you have to log into Zoom, but you can keep everything off. You can keep your camera off, you can keep your mic off, and they can kind of view it in that way. And I'm never going to ask anyone to like have your camera on, you know, or turn your mic on. I'm gonna let that be your choice completely. But we weren't able to figure out how to get the live to just show up without somebody entering the Zoom. We did a lot of learning about how to create websites. And you know, when it comes to being a crochet content creator, you originally go in thinking, yay, I love to crochet. I love everything about crochet. I want to just crochet, and just kind of like enjoy the process with other people. And then you dive in and you realize that it's about 20% crochet and 80% admin work. And you're like, okay, all right. We have 12 minutes and 30 seconds left of session number 2. Please stick around, because after session number 2, we're going to stretch. And then after the stretch, I'm going to announce the winner to the giveaway. Yay. And so, yeah, now on my one of the hats that I wear is website design. I'm designing a website. And so that's kind of just where we're at the moment. And I'm still learning. I'm still, like the coffee and crochet that we were supposed to do on Saturday. Like I fudged that one up. Like I didn't add a link. I didn't update a link in a certain spot. And I'm like, why aren't people like, why aren't we seeing more people? And I was like, oh crap. I didn't update the link. So that was on me. That was my fault, my bad. But I think, you know, after going through some of these rocky parts, you just learn, you live, you learn, and you're like, okay, growing. That is called growth right there. Okay. Now that I've updated, I've gotten caught up on that end. Let's catch up with you guys over here. Again, if you are, I saw a few people that are brand new, and if you have a question, I'm here live with you unless you're watching the replay, in which case you can leave a comment in the comment section below the video. But if you have a question while you're live with me right now, just start your question with a couple question marks. It'll help my eye as I'm scanning to see and stop. All right, Sharon, I got your question about the tent blanket. I ended June with right side facing out. Should I just turn it to start July beads or do an extra single crochet row? So that's a great question. So if your last row in June is the same color or in the same temperature range as the first row in July, then still cut your yarn, find the right side of the blanket, and if you have to flip or not flip, whatever it is, just make sure you're looking at the right side of the blanket and you're joining in the first stitch in the upper corner. Left-handed, right-handed, upper corner. But to turn or not to turn all depends on if you're looking at the right side or wrong side of the blanket. Okay, so that is the best, I think, the best way to go at it. Thank you so much, Sandy. She's like, Sharon repeated her question. Right, everybody, again, if you're just making it in here, hello, welcome. Extra heads up, today is my last Wednesday knockout, but Feather Song Crochet is taking it over. She is going to be continuing the format, I think, for at least the immediate future. I think she's taking over the same day and time just to keep everything consistent. We've definitely developed a pattern, a rhythm, a consistency, and to keep things like in motion, keep things in play. Feather Song Crochet is like, I got this. I'm gonna go ahead and just continue it on. If you are not subscribed to Feather Song Crochet after this live, please go to her channel and subscribe and give her Whip Wednesday knockouts a try. First couple times I'm sure are going to be rocky. I know mine were. My first like 4 or 5, I was getting my footing, just trying to figure it out. And Feather Song Crochet, she might hit the ground running and be like, awesome. Or it might just be a process. And, you know, so give her a couple Whip Wednesday knockouts to get her footing. And then I think it's going to be a really good fit. She has a really cool background that I think a lot of us will really appreciate with the process of these Whip Wednesday knockouts, and it'll be a really good fit. And then if anybody else decides to take on the Whip Wednesday knockouts, I'm all for just spreading the love, because there's people out there that are subscribed to other people that have no idea I exist. And there's other people that, you know, that don't know Feather Song Crochet or me, and no one's gonna be able to let them know that, oh, Whip Wednesday knockout is even a thing, you know? So the more people that can do the Whip Wednesday knockouts, the more lives that we are helping and, you know, lifting up and, you know, spreading the word like a spider web, you know? So let me know if you're interested in taking it on, and I will continue to spread the word to keep it going as I am taking the Whip Wednesday knockouts off my plate and focusing on other areas. Lynn, hi, says, how many single crochet across in temperature blanket? Every row technically should have 212 stitches. unless something happened. LFR, Melinda says LFR does a course on getting followers. There are techniques, there are ways to do it for sure, but that's the biggest thing I think, you know, being on YouTube for 5 going on 6 years at this point. Every year is different. Every single year is very, very different with where attention is hyper focused on, what people are expecting, wanting, needing. It drastically changes every single year. But the thing that people seem to keep coming back to is YouTube's a search engine. And if you can at least make content that corresponds with what somebody might be looking for in the search, you're going to get found more. Melinda says he has a podcast on YouTube. So it's always worth taking a listen. I also listen to Think Media. Think Media is one of my go-to YouTube information locations. When I try to stay present on the platform, like what I need to know, how I can make better content, how I can serve you guys better, the mindset to have, what to focus on. Think Media is my go-to. I'm always learning, always learning. That's true, Nessa. I love that. By making friends with other YouTubers, YouTube channels, you can absolutely start collabing, and like if you engage in their comment section, like leave really nice comments, or say hi in live streams, and like your name just seems to pop up, people start wondering, who's this person that keeps coming? Not going into other channels comments and saying, hey, I have a channel too, like come on, like don't do that, because then you'll get flagged. Like don't do that. But if you're just present in a lot of other channels, being nice and engaging, then people wonder, who are you? Aw, Tim says, that's how I found your site. I believe those courses really don't do anything because each niche is different. That is also true, Michael. I've learned that one as well. I've listened to certain courses that are like, focus in this area and do this, and then I tried it and it did not work at all. It did not work at all, because certain categories require certain different types of attention. We got 4 minutes left of session number 2, guys. 4 minutes of session number 2. How are you doing? How's your project? The crochet community is very, very different than video game channels. The crochet community is very, very different from I don't watch a lot of it's very different from like businesses trying to make videos to educate you on their business. It's people that come to crochet or craft channels, they have a different mindset, and you have to keep that in mind when you're like your niche, like just being very aware of your niche. I love it, Michael. He says, decide what you want your channel to be before you start. Being a tutorial channel is a lot of work. It is, but it is rewarding when you see the people making your stuff. Very true. That is great advice, Michael. Like before you get started, anyone, before you start a channel, something that I have heard multiple times from multiple different sources is before you start, decide what you want your channel, what service you want to provide for people. Is entertainment, where some people do vlogs? Are you just providing entertainment? Are you providing education, where you're making project tutorials? Are you going to be information like reviews, where you review yarn, review tools, stuff? It's like really kind of decide where do you feel your calling to be and how helpful you can be, and then make a list of 100 videos. That's the point. You got to write a list of 100 different videos that you would make for your channel, because if you get to like 15 and you're like, I don't know what else to make videos on, then that's a sign. That is a sign that you could get there and then be in trouble, like just run out of ideas. Like make that list. That way when you get to a point where you're like, I don't know what video to make this week, you can refer to your list. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds left of session number 2. Fran says, okay, thanks Tiffany, because I'm only able to be there for 30 minutes and I can't talk or anything. No worries. Yeah. Fran, if I even see you come in, I know you. I know you want to just kind of like be present, and I mean, totally respect that. La, la, la. Feather Song Crochet says, I'm also a retired occupational therapist, so I love doing stretches. I really like that, because maybe you'll have some other stretch suggestions than what I've found and come up with. Mary says, you're getting the thunder, but I'm getting the rain. How can we hop on board with the group Crochet? Just go to my website, Crochet with Tiffany. Susan, go to my website, crochetwithtiffany.com, and go to membership. There on the top, one of the options will say membership, and then it'll say become a member or enter into the club. And if you enter in the club, you can enter, but you can't get into anything because you have to be a member to actually access anything. And so become a member, and it'll give you like a free trial to check it out and decide if you really want to commit. And then you're in, and it's pretty awesome. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause right there. Stop with any questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and set myself up to start doing some crochet stretches with you. Go ahead and find a good pausing, stopping spot in your own project. Finish the row, getting to that pause, stop spot, folding your project up nice and neatly, putting it away, and then if nothing else, please just stand. This is super important for your body because we have been sitting for 50 minutes at least. If you were sitting before you even hopped on with me, then you're sitting, you've obviously been sitting for longer than that. And we need to move our body. It's very, very important that we move our body. I'm like trying to think right now, where do I want to put the camera? Oh, do I want to put you right there? That'll work for now. I got you on this like tiny little tripod on my phone. It's important for us to move our body, because if we don't, then that's when aches and pains start to accrue, start to begin. And knowing us, we're not going to let anything stop us from crocheting, especially if we're in the zone. We're like, no, I'm like having fun. I'm in my zone. I'm doing my thing. I don't want to stop, even though I'm starting to feel that right there. I'm starting to feel that right there. Like, no, I want to push through. I want to keep going because I'm having fun. And unfortunately, what happens is that little ache and pain becomes a problem. And that problem, if we still don't do anything about it, then it becomes an issue. And the issues are what take us out of the game. The issues are what cause us to have to stop, forces us to stop. And unfortunately, there's a couple people that I've talked to where they still didn't stop, and they got to a point where they can't crochet at all anymore because they're in too much pain, and that just is heartbreaking. And so we're going to start with prevention from the very beginning and prevent any of those things from happening, period, and making sure that we can keep crocheting for a very, very long time. I changed my mind. What do I want to do with you? No, you're going back. All right. It just is what it is. I'm like, I have nowhere else to put you. Okay. All right, we're going to do 5 stretches together. Angle down. We're gonna do 5 stretches together, and these stretches are going to start at our neck and go towards our lower back. If you cannot do any of these stretches, if you know like I've had surgery or I have had an injury and I can't move my body in that way, then don't force yourself to do the stretch. Go ahead and just think of a substitution stretch, something else that you can do that will just move your body. That's the biggest objective. We just want to move our body. I am not a doctor or a physical therapist, as I'm just a crocheter that's been crocheting a long time, and I know the benefits of stretching. And so I'm just going to walk you through some of these. So hopefully you do them with me and don't just watch me. All right, so we're gonna do my favorites. With this being my very last Whip Wednesday knockout, we're gonna do my favorite stretches. I'm gonna start with you pick whichever arm, put on your waist, okay? The other arm, go ahead and place it on the side of your head and gently guide your head over. We're not yanking, we're not pulling, we're just gently guiding here. Once your head is to the point where I can't go any further, then take the hand that's on your waist and elongate it, stretch it out, and you're gonna feel this deep, delicious, luxurious stretch right here. It feels so good, I love this. Just hold this stretch for about 5 to 10 seconds. Longer if you're loving it and you're like, this feels too good. And when you're ready, before you release your head, put your hand back on your waist and then release. That way you kind of have less tension when you're moving back. Let's do the other side. So other hand on your waist, hand that was on your waist. Let's do the other side. Gently guide your head over. Once your head is to the spot where it can't go any further, then take your arm and elongate it. Straighten it out. Feel the stretch, 5 to 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Elbow back on your waist. Release your head. Awesome. Okay, next stretch that I really want to do, I really love to do, is the Y to V's. So I will say, take your arms and cross them in the front up to a YMCA. Okay, Y. And when you get to the YMCA, then bend your elbows to try to touch your elbows in the back, pinching your shoulder blades. That's going to open your chest and feel really good, because when we crochet, we're all forward. This is all kind of contracted. We want to do the opposite for our bodies. So again, crossing in front, YMCA, and W. That's 2. We're going to do 5. Okay, cross in front, YMCA, W, there's 3. Cross in front, YMCA, W, there's 4. One more. Cross in front, YMCA, W, there's 5. Oh, I love that. And release. Feels so good. Okay. Next stretch is one that is very common for us. It's the one where you take your hand, palm to your face, take your thumb behind the wrist, elbows bent, tabletop. Then once you have no, I'm not talking to you. Then go ahead and stretch out your elbow, and you're gonna feel this deep stretch right here. This is a stretch that I do most often when I don't even get up sometimes. I'll be crocheting for a long time. I'm starting to feel stiff, and this is like one of the first stretches that I do. Okay, other hand, other side, thumb, tabletop, bent, then straight. Feels so good. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Whatever feels good for you. Then bend, done. Next, I'm going to do the finger elongations, I guess you would call them. So take your hands, spread your fingers, take the other hand, and just kind of like be a weight. Again, no yanking, pulling. We're not trying to see if we can touch our finger to the back of our arm, which just brings back traumatic memories from my childhood. I never did it, but I saw other kids try to do it, and I was like, oh. Hold for like 5 seconds a finger. And what you're going to do is you're going to feel the stretch all the way through your palm and into your wrist, and it feels so good. It's just nice. Just kind of like takes your body and just moves your body. Move your body. Move your body. When you get to your thumb though, if you just have your thumb close and you go back, the range of motion is going to be very little. But if you move your thumb down and then out, it's going to be a much deeper range of motion that you're going to feel like right here. Okay, so thumb out and then back, and then hold for 5 to 10 seconds. 4, 5. And then do the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you feel a difference when you do the stretch with one hand to the other? Does one hand feel tighter or different than stretching the other hand? Usually my yarn tension hand seems to be the tighter one. I don't know. All right, so we just did neck, YMCA, the tabletops, the finger extensions. Last one is going to be for our back, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to lean forward. And it's weird because when we're sitting, we're taking on a very similar motion, but there's something about leaning forward and releasing that seems to just stretch our lower back muscles, and it feels so good. So again, if you cannot do this, then substitute something else in. No harm, no foul. Don't worry about it. But this is just one that I really like. And so just kind of bend forward, like, and just drop. Just drop. Let this right here, your lower back, just like let it stretch, like feel it. Oh my gosh, just feels so good. You look silly, but feels good. And hold for like 5 to 10 seconds. Awesome. Oh, so good. If you want, you can always do side sides. I like that one too. All right, thank you so much for stretching with me. I really, really appreciate you stretching with me. And I'm looking forward to feather song crochet stretches and what she comes up with. Yay. Somebody mentioned this to me before, but if you ever miss any of my Wednesday with knockouts, all the replays are going to stay on my channel. So you can always go back and watch a replay and stretch with me and do all the things. Okay. There we go. Session number 3 has just started. Yay! Go ahead and grab your third project, begin. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna knock out this giveaway. Where are you? There you are. That way I don't forget. All right, you guys ready? Right, so I show 33 comments. That's the thing with these Wednesday Whip Knockouts. I get, because not a lot of people watch these lives, not a lot of people enter into these giveaways. So your percentage or likelihood of winning is way high, especially like if you're 1 in 33 people, like that's pretty good. All right. The word that I asked people to enter into their comment for it to count was knockout, because this is our last knockout together, but I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere. You guys know that. Okay, you guys ready? You ready? I don't want to move my chat because I am locked into where I left off, and I don't want to move it. So guys, if you're excited, please go ahead and hit drum emoji. If you are on a computer or somewhere where no emojis, just hit BRRR for brrr. You ready? Let's pump this up. Excited. Okay, last giveaway for our Wednesday Whip Knockouts. I'm gonna turn the brightness down so you guys can actually see this. Here we go, and who is the winner? The winner is this person right here. Annette, congratulations. It says, I have loved joining your knockout sessions. I may not always be able to crochet during the live event as I'm working from home, but just so enjoy. Oh, we're continuing it on. Where are you? But just so enjoy your energy and knowledge and this community. I know, isn't this community awesome? I love you all. I love you guys so much. You're just so supportive and so awesome. Don't need the advertisement. Oh, there we go. Okay, so again, here's the winner. Everyone, please say congratulations to Annette, because I've noticed that 95% of the people that win my giveaways, this is the first time they've ever won a giveaway, and we want to make this very special. So we want to lift them up and be very excited for Annette. So everyone, please say congratulations, Annette, and let her feel extra special. Now, what did Annette get? So people were asking, like, last week, they're like, Tiffany, do you have a prize in mind? And I was like, I have ideas, but I have not like locked anything in. Well, I've obviously locked something in now. So let me share with you what Annette is going to get. Right here. And for everybody else, we have 16 minutes and 45 seconds left of session number 3. Okay, I'm gonna start with the WWK Snap Bag set in the color turquoise. So WWK, because I love WWK. Their products are just, they're honestly my favorite. They're my favorite. So it comes with both a large and small bag. So both of them, they're a set, right? What's awesome about these is they both have the snaps. You put your yarn in there. Everything's like attached to things. Okay, here we'll do this. Okay, so you put your yarn inside, and then, there we go. Okay, and then you can snap those closed, and then it becomes like a yarn holder, or, you know, where you can just pull this, and this is staying, the skein is staying in your bag, and you're able to feed it through the snaps. There's no Velcro, so the yarn doesn't get caught on anything. There's no zippers, and the yarn doesn't get caught on anything. So these snaps are actually really, really cool. At first, when I first got these bags, I was like, all right, I didn't understand them, didn't appreciate them, and then I started using them. I'm like, this is genius. And then it has a zipper section in front here for you to put, you know, extra pocket. Same thing with the large one. There's a zipper here with a large pocket. So, Annette, you're getting this duo. I'm excited for you. I love these. You're also getting 6 skeins of Bernat Softy Baby in the color Antique White. I wanted to make sure that it was enough yarn to actually make something. That it always kind of, I always get, I have a certain opinion about giving yarn where it's only like 1 skein of something. I mean, yeah, that could be enough to make a project. It could be enough to like sample something new to decide if you like it or not. But I try to give yarn enough yarn of something to actually like do something with, unless it's a sampler kind of prize. So 6 skeins of that could easily make a baby blanket. And then I have some little extra things from Premier Yarns that I was like, you know what? I think this would be extra special for our winter. So we've got the Premier Yarn retractable measuring tape. This fun Premier Yarn little puzzle box has like a little tiny ball that, oh, there we go. Like, see that little ball right there? It has like all sides of this thing. It's like a little game. Those things always drove me nuts, but it's fun. And then this cute little pin that you could put on, and it says, it is the Yarn Chicken winner. The Yarn Chicken winner. Do you know what Yarn Chicken is? I'm assuming that some of you do, but do you? Do you know what Yarn Chicken is? If you do, put it in the comments. What's Yarn Chicken? What's Yarn Chicken? So Annette, you're gonna get all this if I hear back from you. I am hoping to hear back from Annette within the week, so by next Wednesday. Annette, if I do not hear back from you, then what I will do is I will pick another winner and I will post it in my crochet community channel, on my YouTube channel community, and be like, new winner for my Wednesday with Knockout. And I will reach out to the winner, the new winner, a comment on their comment that won. So hopefully everybody is subscribed to my channel. So if I do reply to any of your comments, you get notified. All right. And again, I will only be picking a new winner if I do not hear back from Annette. So if you don't see anything, that means Annette got in contact with me. All right, cool. Right, I've already screenshotted this, and Annette, I will, after this live is over, I will go and I'll respond to your comment and like let you know what to do next, so that way I can get you all your goodies. Yay! Oh my goodness. Again, reminder, tonight over my crochet club on my website, we are going over bamboo, all things bamboo. I'm doing a whole presentation on it. And next week, we're talking about different crochet hook mediums and their pros and cons. And I think the week after that, I'm covering amigurumi pieces. Nessa, this one's for you. Amigurumi pieces that are different colors, joining them onto, like join them together when they're different colors, like how to make that work best. So lots of fun things. And at the end of July, we're finally wrapping up Crochet Iron Crafter. Crochet Iron Crafter is a game that I made up. It's where people had to sign up to be a part of it. I shipped them a box of materials that they had to use and an objective. And so they opened the box. That is the first time they ever saw whatever it is I put in the box. And then the piece of paper tells them what they have to make with everything that's in the box. Very similar to Iron Chef, where the Iron Chefs, they get a box and they see it and be like, I have to make something with that. And then they have like an objective where it's like they have to make a Mexican dish, a seafood dish, you know, they have like their objective. So I gave people materials and told them the project type that they had to create. And they've had 4 months. This is July is month 4. At the end of the month, we are going to see what everybody made, what everyone put together. I even created 4 checkpoints along the way that they couldn't open up until specific dates. And each checkpoint kind of had a wrench thrown into the project, similar to Iron Chef or similar to Amazing Race, where people were given objectives that they had to learn or try something. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm excited to see how it goes. And if you're curious to check it out, please become a member of my Crochet Club membership. I'm going to start looking for entries for people to sign up for the next round here. This month I'll start signups for Crochet Iron Crafter 2. And so, very cool. Right, I'm going back to questions. Francis, Tiffany, I'm using the bamboo yarn that I won and it's so nice to work with. I'm working on a shawl and it is so pretty. Can't wait to share it with you. I'm halfway done. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. That is so awesome to hear. I've heard that bamboo yarn works great with shawls, and I mean, that makes sense, and I'm glad that you're having a great time. Brittany says, I got a shirt that says normal isn't coming back. Oh, I love that. That is cute. Great shirt. I'm going through the chat. Just heads up, got 8 minutes and 45 seconds left of session number 3. You're doing great. Keep up the great work. Hyper focus. See how far you can get knocking out your project. You got this. And I'm doing that FOMO thing where I'm seeing comments and I'm like, what's everybody talking about? What's everyone saying? But I'm like, no, I gotta look for question marks because I want to make sure I get to everyone's question before. Linda said thunder started here. I think thunder just ended here. I haven't heard it in a little while, so I think it is past. But that was nuts. I'm glad I got that on camera. I'm glad you guys got to hear that. That was cool. I love thunder. Honestly, lightning thunder, I just get excited. It just makes me feel alive. I guess it captures my attention and I just want to focus on it and I just want to like enjoy it. I love thunder. Gabble up, Mary says, yarn chicken contest between you and the yarn. Will there be enough to finish or not? Yes. Have you ever won? Has anyone ever played Yarn Chicken and won? Doesn't that feeling just feel incredible? Doesn't it just like make you feel invincible? Like, yes, I did it. And then, or the opposite where you lost. I just did that. Actually, I had a project that I was just actually recording a tutorial for, and I was literally 2 stitches. I ran out of yarn with 2 stitches left of the row. 2. I like got all the way to the end, and I was short. I lost Yarn Chicken 2 stitches. I was like, what? Now I gotta go buy a whole other skein for 2 stitches? 2 stitches? Ah! Oh, Diane says I've won. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, Lacey Lavender's a Backyard Blessing says, I've had to frog some rows to tighten up stitches, but yes, a great feeling. Yes, I've done that too, where I'm like, okay, I got to get some, I got to make this up somewhere. Like, right? I got to make this up. It's so true. Linda, congratulations. She said, I did 3 projects in a row where I won Yarn Chicken, and then I lost the next 2 projects. It was like, you've won too much. We've got to narrow this down. Aw, Gavelot says, bittersweet goodbye to Whip Wednesday with Crochet with Tiffany. Happy hello to Heather Song Crochet, Feather Song Crochet, Whip Wednesdays. Thank you, Tiffany, for a great ride. I have enjoyed it. This is very bittersweet for me as well. I have so much fun with you all. I love you all so much. And honestly, it was emotional coming to the realization of certain things that I did have to let go of to clear my plate, because I do get so attached to you all. And I mean, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. My channel's still here. And what this is going to do is it's just going to help me to create even better videos for you here on YouTube and content across my platforms. But if you love this kind of like dynamic where we're just hanging out, you've got to check out my crochet club, man, because this is what we do. This is what we do, except for it's a little different where you can join in the Zoom and I can see you and I can like hear you and we can have like a full conversation, which is really cool. So if you really love this and you don't want to give this up, if you want to hang out with me like this, then please check out my crochet club over on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. You're going to love it. And best of luck. So excited for Feather Song Crochet for taking this on. Thank you so much, girl, for taking this on. It means a lot that somebody would pick it up, and I'm very excited for you. And so everybody, please just go check her out, support her channel, lift her up, and let's keep this going. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes left of session number 3. Let's hyper focus, guys. Let's see how far you can get in this project. Let's see if you can pick up the speed a little bit or just like really zero in on what you're doing. Make that forward progress. See if we can see who here can actually finish a whip today. Anyone here going to be able to finish a whip today? Annette says, oh, Annette! Ha 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 ha! You're here! Oh, good. Says, I missed these sessions. Was looking forward to joining next week from vacation. Yay. I'll have time to crochet it next week. Oh, you've been great. So much energy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm sure that other lives will come up. It'll just be different. You know, it'll just be different, especially when I hit my next milestone. That would be really exciting. When I hit, oh guys, my next milestone is 400,000 subscribers. I think when I hit that number, I will feel this euphoria in the sense of like, just like, wow, this surreal, like, wow, right? And I'm right there. I mean, I could stay right here too and be just fine. I could not gain another subscriber and just be just fine because you guys are so incredible. I feel incredibly lucky to have you as a member, as a subscriber, because everyone here has just been amazing. You guys are just so loving and supportive and awesome, and just really appreciate you so much. And just grateful for you, grateful. But if it ever came across where I hit that next milestone, man, it's gonna be one crazy celebration. One crazy celebration. Annette, Annette, is this you? This is the winner. I think this is you. I think that's you. You won. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna respond to your comment from the last video, and I'm going to like tell you what to do so I can get your stuff to you. And so I'm pretty sure you're subscribed to my channel, so you'll get the notification when I message you. But all this stuff right here behind me, well, this, and this, those things. It's falling. Are all headed your way as soon as I know where I'm shipping them to. Guys, we have 1 minute. 1 minute. See, you don't even have to be signed on long. So much love to you all. These last 45 seconds, again, I want to lift up Feather Song Crochet. Everyone check her out. She's going to continue on these Wednesday Whip knockouts. I'm going to miss you so much. If anyone else would love to also take on Wednesday Whip knockouts, please let me know. Email me, info@crochetwithtiffany.com, and let me know you're curious to take them on, so I can like let other people know, hey, this person wants to try it too. Hey, this person wants to try it too. And just lift people up. Just lift people up, spread the word, try to reach as many people, help as many people. Again, this is all about helping people, like giving and supporting and lifting other people up. So you guys are amazing, and thank you so much for the support and everything. Thank you for watching my videos, crocheting with me, being a part of all these things. You guys are incredible. That's it. That's calling it. Session number 3 just ended. Ooh. I'm gonna cry. I love you all so much. I'm not going anywhere, like I said. My channel's still here. I hope you enjoy my videos. If you miss any of these Wednesday Whip knockouts, check out the replays. I'm gonna keep them on there. Just go back to my old stuff and watch some of the older Whip Wednesday knockouts and let them help you out with those time blocks and continue on supporting you. Keep working towards wrapping up your whips, guys. It's just your journey, getting those things off your plate, getting the stress out of your mind, getting the shelves, freshened up, getting these things moved on. That's the objective. You can do it. You can do it. And I'm proud of each and every one of you, and I'm cheering on those of you who have wrapped up some whips. Take care. If you need me, you know where to find me. Thank you so much for being a part of these Wednesday knockouts. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Oh my gosh.